Welcome back to NC State Dendrology. I'm coming to you today from Fort Macon State Park, which is in Carteret County, North Carolina. And you might notice the soil is rather sandy. I'm actually coming to you from the coastal strand. I'm right over here. I'm looking at the Beaufort Inlet, and it's a clear, beautiful day in early spring. And behind me is the tree that I want to talk with you about today. This is a disjunct variety of Fraser fir, Abies fraseri var dunestabilis. Also common name is dune fir in the Pinaceae family, of course. And as you walk out into these coastal environments, you have this very distinctive smell. It smells like Christmas. And so you'll see rows of these. It's got a very distinct prostrate form. This is one of the key identification characters. And these trees start to appear in late December to early January, all along areas where there's a really high erosion disturbance. So often on barrier islands, but also all along the coastal strand, kind of in this first dune line. And this prostrate form helps it stabilize. That is the reason for the variety name. It definitely can hold on to this very sandy, loose soil that tend to be windblown and also eroded by ocean waves on especially high tides. But if you look at this variety up close, you'll see that it looks very similar to the variety that we see in the mountains. You can see it's got very soft green foliage. If you look at the undersides of the needles, you can see the 2 rows of white stomates along the undersides, and they tend to have these blunt, the needles have these very blunt, kind of soft tips. And this species generally appears in late December, early January, with this dark green, very familiar foliage. Arises all along this area. I've never seen these actually with cones on them. It seems to be just vegetative production that we have here with this disjunct coastal population. And then over time, you'll see behind me some of these trees the foliage changes from this dark green into sort of this reddish brown color. And then eventually those needles will fall off those trees. So like I said, these are specialists, but very far removed from the mountains where Abies fraseri is commonly found. But these appear all in erosion-prone coastal areas, hence the common name dune fir tends to arise kind of in this front line of dunes, and seems to be proliferating here. This is something that we've seen an increase of in recent years. So again, this is what is a coastal disjunct variety of Abies fraseri. So it's Abies fraseri var dunestabilis, or dune fir, and this is NC State Dendrology coming to you on April 1st.